Hey guys, it's Brian. Welcome to the awards contender. I am traveling right now, hence the different backgrounds. I wanted to chime in today my reaction to the Gotham Award nominations for film that just came out a few hours ago. And yeah, we have some wonderful nominees here. This is kind of the first award show of the season. Nominations announced at the end of October. The ceremony is on December 1st. And then right after that ceremony, we get Critics' Choice nominations, Golden Globe nominations, Film Independent Spirit. So that's when things really kick off, I would say, for award season is early December. But at the end of October, we don't really know what's happening. When it comes to the Gotham Awards, guys, every year I find it to be a nice place to see what are the smaller films, the performances, and indie movies that can get a little boost, right? From the nominations of the Gotham Awards. So I'm not going to break down every category. I'll talk about the big ones, starting with Best Feature. The nominees at this year's Gotham Awards for Best Feature are Bugonia, East of Wall, Familiar Touch, Hamnet, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Lurker, One Battle After Another, Sorry Baby, The Testament of Ann Lee, and Train Dreams. That is a category. There are some wonderful films here. There's two I have not seen, East of Wall and Familiar Touch. I don't know too much about those. East of Wall, I want to say, played at a festival recently that I was attending and I missed it. But yeah, there's not a bad film in the bunch here. I think Train Dreams, getting nominated here, that'll give it a little boost. Lurker is a wonderful film I saw at the Sundance Film Festival in January. That, I liked it, but I was like, is that going to go anywhere? That got into Best Feature here today. That's really cool. I always thought the Gotham Awards, for the most parts, they recognize lower budget films, but One Battle After Another is here. So I'm like, okay, so that qualifies for this, apparently. That's currently my choice for the best film of the year. So anywhere One Battle After Another gets into Best Picture, Best Feature, whatever it is, I'll be happy. I just saw Bugonia, guys. I have lots to say about Bugonia. In a couple days, I will have my review. It's quite something. I'll just say that. I'm happy to see that get into Best Feature. Sorry Baby is another one. It opened in late June, early July and faded away. And I'm like, that movie's so great. That was my favorite film I saw at Sundance. I really hope to see that movie get some nominations this season, beyond the Gotham Awards. To see that get into Best Feature, that was thrilling. The Testament of Ann Lee made it in here. I'm so confused what's going to happen with The Testament of Ann Lee. I still feel pretty confident Amanda Seyfried will get into Best Actress at the Oscars. Even if that movie comes up short in a variety of categories, she is really good in it. And she's the whole show for close to 3 hours. She's really wonderful in that movie. So I'm hoping, that film hangs on throughout January and February and stuff. And then Hamnet is also here. Hamnet is my choice for the second best movie of 2025 right now. Hamnet is incredible. Get ready. Those of you who haven't seen Hamnet, I think it's coming out at Thanksgiving. Bring tissues. It is sad. it is quite emotional, but I'm planning to see it again, with family, Thanksgiving weekend. I'm going to warn them as well. Just so you know, this isn't a fun film. It's a tearjerker to be sure. So I'm not going to do a predictions video. What do I think is going to win at the Gotham Awards? It's just going to be this, guys, and then I will react to the winners in early December. So, right now, if I had to pick a film that wins, I don't know. It could be a lot of these. Maybe Hamnet. Hamnet is such a beautiful film. I can see that winning Best Feature, but One Battle After Another is here, too. It's going to be hard for me to pick anything but One Battle After Another when it's, in the top category, so I guess I'll go with One Battle After Another. If they want to go with a slightly lower budget film that, that's not a huge Warner Brothers production, I guess I'd go with Hamnet. All right, Best Director is next. We have Mary Bronstein, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Jafar Panahi, It Was Just an Accident. Kelly Reichardt, The Mastermind. Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. And Oliver Lax, Surratt. So the first thing that pops out of me here in Best Director is no Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. What? How did she not get in here? I mean, it's only 5 nominees. Maybe if they expanded it to 6 to 7 or 8 or something, she probably would have made it. But yeah, we have Jafar Panahi for It Was Just an Accident, which is a wonderful nomination. I really want to see him get into Best Director at the Oscars. He did a phenomenal job on that film. I saw it at TIFF. It's really quite something. And then Paul Thomas Anderson, I assume, could be the front runner here. Like the Gotham Awards kicks things off on December 1st by giving one battle after another Best Feature and Best Director. And it's like, okay, like, here we go. Like, it's going to be months of this. Months of Paul Thomas Anderson finally getting his flowers come award season. So that would be cool. So yeah, I would say Paul Thomas Anderson probably wins this unless they give it to Jafar Panahi, which I could also see. The other big thing that strikes me in Best Director is Mary Bronstein got in for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which is also in Best Feature. So, like, as I said earlier, like, the one thing the Gotham Awards can do, it can bring, like, notice. It can bring certain smaller films that we're, like, wondering, like, is this going to be an awards player? Like, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, getting into these top categories of the Gotham Awards, that is great for that film. Like, that's going to absolutely help If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You in the weeks to come. It gives it a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a spotlight for that, like, crazy movie. I didn't love it. I'm willing to watch it a second time. I saw it really late at Sundance last January, and I was kind of tired, and an hour in, I was like, I can't take this movie anymore. It was so stressful. Rose Byrne is fantastic in it. I'm assuming she's going to get a nomination for Best Lead Performance here. But yeah, that's a really good Best Director category. You know, any one of those could win, and I would be thrilled. All right, Outstanding Lead Performance at the Gotham Awards. We have Jessie Buckley, Hamnet. Lee Byung-hun, No Other Choice. I love it. Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Sope Dirisu, My Father's Shadow. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. Jennifer Lawrence, Die My Love. Wagner Moura, The Secret Agent. Josh O'Connor, The Mastermind. Amanda Seyfried, The Testament of Anne Lee. And Tessa Thompson, Hedda. Whoa! That is a freaking great category. No notes, right? Like, there's not a bad performance in the bunch there. Some movies I like or love more than others, but I adore all of these performances. You know, any one of these people could get in at the Oscars, and I would be happy. I'd be thrilled, right? So, like, Jessie Buckley immediately stands out. I think she's the front runner to win Best Actress at the Oscars for Hamnet. I think she could just sweep the season. She could win this, guys. They could just give it to Buckley. I mean, they didn't give director to Chloe Zhao, like the nomination. Does that mean that they're not as high on Hamnet as some of these other movies? Possibly. You know, because they put the director of If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You in. That tells me, like, if they want to do something really cool, kind of outside the box, what if at the Gotham Awards they gave lead performance to Rose Byrne? With that director nomination, guys, I think that's on the table here. Even though there's some, like, crazy competition, there's at least, I would say, 5 people here I could see winning, and I wouldn't be surprised. Rose Byrne, I would probably put in the top 3 for this list because the movie got into feature and director. Lee Byung-hun, I would love to see him win. Oh my god, guys, as I've been talking about for a few weeks on this channel, anywhere he shows up for Best Actor, Best Lead Performance, whatever it is, I'm going to be very, very happy. And so, you know, that's really cool that he gets in here. Can he win for that? I don't know. Like, it's really hard to predict the winners of the Gotham Awards, right? It's like, it's tricky. Like, we haven't seen anything yet. Like, there haven't been any ceremonies. So, you know, we don't know which way they're going to go. I think Jennifer Lawrence getting in for Die My Love, that's big for that movie. You know, I'm excited to see it. It comes out in a few days. I will have a review for you of Die My Love. I'm really thrilled to see that one and her performance in it. So that's really cool. She got in. Josh O'Connor for The Mastermind. I've been toying with, like, can Josh O'Connor like do well this award season for one of his 4 films this year? It seems like he's doing such good work in a variety of movies, all of which are coming out like near the end of the year. Like, I would like to see him show up somewhere, and so here he is. Can he get in at the Globes, Critics' Choice, SAG, Oscars, BAFTA for any one of those 4 performances? I'm not sure. I hope he can. That would be great. Tessa Thompson, Hedda. I love Tessa Thompson. I wasn't super hot on that movie, but she's very good in it. And so I like that nomination. Amanda Seyfried is here. Wagner Moura, who's probably going to get into the Oscars for Best Actor. I will have my Best Actor predictions video in just a few days here, guys. And Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke is here for Blue Moon. I'm like, Ethan Hawke is so freaking strong in that movie, even if it doesn't show up anywhere else on Oscar nominations morning. I do right now, after having seen, guys, a certain movie, which I will be reviewing for you, about Bruce Springsteen. I have seen it. I think there's room for Ethan Hawke, and we're going to talk about it. But yeah, if I had to guess who's going to win Outstanding Lead Performance, just because it's my choice, guys, for Performance of the Year right now, I do think it's Jessie Buckley Hamnet. I would have close behind her Rose Byrne probably, and maybe Wagner Moura. Maybe Amanda Seyfried, The Testament of Anne Lee, got into Best Feature. But yeah, I think it's probably Buckley. If not her, I would go with Rose Byrne or Wagner Moura, maybe. And then Outstanding Supporting Performance. The nominees are Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein, Inga Ibsdottir Lilius, Sentimental Value, India Moore, Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, Vunmi Musaku, Sinners, Adam Sandler, Jay Kelly, Andrew Scott, Blue Moon, Alexander Skarsgård, Pillion, Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value, and Teyana Taylor, One Battle After Another. No Sean Penn? That's kind of wild, guys. We have 2 nominees in supporting performance from One Battle After Another. We have Benicio del Toro and Teyana Taylor. Great. But, Sean Penn is so freaking extraordinary in that movie. That he's not here, is this a sign of things to come, guys? What would be really crazy this award season? Obviously Sean Penn is going to show up a few places, but there is that thinking we've given him enough, even though he's really good in it, and come Oscar nominations morning, Del Toro gets in and not Sean Penn. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible. I would be surprised. I'm not going to go off his omission here from the Gotham Awards. So to assume, Sean Penn is not going to be a big awards player this season as we thought. I think this is just a fluke situation here. But that is telling to me, they got Del Toro in, but not Penn. If it was just Teyana Taylor, I'd be like, okay, so they're just not, going all in on the guys in that movie. That they put Del Toro in over Penn. That's interesting. That was a choice that they made for the Gotham Awards. They were okay, we're gonna go with Del Toro and not Penn. So that's interesting. Very happy to see Elordi here for Frankenstein. I would love to see him get in at the Oscars and Best Supporting Actor. I think actually it bodes well for him that he got in here. The movie's not in feature, director, lead performance. He stands out so much in that movie that they nominated him, even though they clearly didn't go for Frankenstein very much. I think that's that shows promise for Elordi here moving forward. Another kind of shocker, in a sense, Lilius from Sentimental Value. She's nominated here in supporting performance, not Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning is not here either. So, Elle Fanning not being here, Sean Penn, I'm okay, this is going to be a fun award season, guys. We're going to have some surprises. We're not going to wake up on Oscar nominations morning in January and know exactly what's going to go down, especially because BAFTA nominations are a few days after Oscar nominations. So, I don't know about you. I love me a chaotic award season. It's very boring. If by Oscar nominations morning, I know exactly what's going to be nominated, who's probably going to win. And it's it helps, it helps us feel good about our predictions, in terms of the tally, right? Ooh, I'm going to get 21 out of 24 or whatever it is. I like it when it's chaotic. When we don't know what's coming, that's always more exciting to me. So here in supporting performance, getting, some films I assume would be nominated here, but not necessarily like the people in it I thought would get in. So that's always really cool. And Lilius is wonderful in sentimental value. I'm happy she's here. We have a Sinners nomination for Musaku. She's great in that. Very happy to see that. Adam Sandler, Jay Kelly. Like, I still haven't seen that movie. I'm curious to see how that does this award season. Andrew Scott is here for Blue Moon, not just Ethan Hawke. That's really awesome. He's really good in that. And then we have Skarsgård, father and son, right? We have both Stellan and Alexander. That's kind of cool. I'm sure that doesn't happen very often, like at any award ceremony, year to year. So I haven't seen Pilion yet. Skarsgård getting into sentimental value. And Lilius, that shows you they will nominate like 2 people from the movie. They went with Lilius and Skarsgård. They did not nominate Fanning. They didn't nominate Renate Reinsve in lead performance. So again, many choices are made here. I mean, that's curious to me. But obviously happy to see Skarsgård get in here. People might read this list and say, oh, well, now Skarsgård is the front runner to win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Sean Penn's out of it. Like, guys, it's very early. like, calm down. Don't assume from this first list of nominations, like for the whole season, like, oh, Skarsgård is going to win now. Like, it's just the first one. all that needs to happen is like Sean Penn gets some nominations early on. He starts winning a few things and, we could go a different direction. So it's not over, guys, for Sean Penn. It's very early. But yeah, Happy Taylor is in here also for One Battle After Another. These lists for lead performance and supporting performances, I am very happy with. There is not one nomination in either category where I'm like, really? That person? Come on, that's lazy, or, they don't deserve to be here. Like, I am happy with all of these acting nominees at this year's Gotham Awards. Good job, voters. And if you're curious, by the way, where's Chase Infinity? Like, she couldn't get in anywhere. She is in the Breakthrough Performer category. She's a nominee there. So she is nominated at the Gotham Awards. Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn, they're not here. So interesting. Very, very interesting. And then finally, the 2 writing categories. I will touch on these briefly. Best Adapted Screenplay at this year's Gotham Awards. We have No Other Choice. Fantastic. One Battle After Another. Pilion. Preparation for the Next Life. And Train Dreams. I think the winner there will come down to No Other Choice or One Battle After Another. I don't know what they're going to do at the Gotham Awards. Are they going to give like one movie a few big prizes? Will they spread the wealth? Could One Battle After Another win Best Feature, let's say, and Best Director, but then they give No Other Choice Best Adapted Screenplay? Maybe. That would be really cool. I would love to see the Gotham Awards give No Other Choice a win in something. That would be great. I think the other 3 films in this category are just happy to be here. I don't see one of those winning. I mean, Train Dreams getting into screenplay. That's pretty huge for that movie. I don't think you watch that and think like the screenplay is the standout of that film. It's beautifully shot and acted and scored. And, there's a lot of wonderful things about that movie that it got into screenplay. I'm starting to get the sense Train Dreams might do really well this award season, better than some of us expect. So, this is another boost for that movie there. And then Best Original Screenplay, the nominees are If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, It Was Just an Accident, The Secret Agent, Sorry Baby, and Sound of Falling. Another wonderful category there. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You is in feature and director and lead performance. Like, can If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You win Best Original Screenplay at the Gotham Awards? I think it can. Sorry Baby, love seeing that here. It Was Just an Accident and The Secret Agent. One of those could also win. But they went crazy for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Because One Battle After Another is not in this category, there's not another movie here that just pops out like, oh, that's obviously winning. Pretty much all of these, except for Sound of Falling, I think would have a shot. I think the win in original screenplay is probably If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. What if that won feature, director, lead performance, original screenplay? That would be the biggest possible boost the Gotham Awards could give that film moving into December, January. And if that were to happen, like if I Had Legs, I Kick You wins a bunch of things at the Gotham Awards right out of the gates, and let's say Rose Byrne shows up at the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice, maybe she wins a couple Critics' Prizes in early December, then I think, you guys, I think Rose Byrne is going to get the Oscar nomination if she comes on really strong with the movie, too. The movie gets into other categories and other places, wins at the Gotham Awards. Like, watch out for Rose Byrne at the 98th Academy Awards. So those are my thoughts about this year's Gotham Awards nominations. Let me know in the comments below what you think about what got in, what got snubbed, all of it. And in a few weeks' time, I will give you my reaction video to the winners in early December. I will see you next time at the Awards Contender.